Hi, my name is Joseph Alai. Welcome to my channel. And today I want to talk about conformations. That's conformations. So that's just a play on words, but basically the idea of this video is to talk about the way in which the world conforms to your imagination, to your consciousness, to the awareness. So first of all, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to this and hit the like button. It does something from which the algorithm does something and it shows this video to a lot more people. So that would be extremely helpful to get this information to people who would not normally see it. And if you haven't already been here, this channel is based on the laser targeted systematic way to manifest everything you want and the patterns that emerge after years and years of testing this thousands and thousands of times and from thousands of testimonials from the people watching my videos. So what does conforming to this world actually mean? So when we take this back to the fundamentals of manifesting, the idea is that when we impress something or anything upon the subconscious mind, the world will conform to that idea. So what does to conform mean? To conform means to abide by or fit in with a law. Now, the consciousness or our subconscious or manifestation is the truth. It is the law. It is the thing from which all this external world and all the events therein are held in place by. And to conform to in the context of manifesting means that this world shifts around and moves in order to meet the ideal that we have in our mind. So what types of ideals or substance in our mind does the world conform to meet, and how does this happen? So our beliefs, assumptions, ideas, feelings, imaginal acts, memories, and other facets of the awareness are what are holding this world in place. So that means that when we shift our awareness, the world shifts. Now, it does this in a way that's beyond comprehension, in a way that's absolutely perfect. And it doesn't always happen in the way that we would think that it would happen, because once we impress it upon the subconscious mind, it's out of our hands, in the hands of the awareness that we all share. And then it does the magic to move people to do what we have imagined that the world will do. So to impress the subconscious mind, the idea is to get in some sort of hypnotic state and then bring a scene into the mind's eye and then imagine it. Imagine it as if it's already happened and feel the feeling as if it's already happened. If you do this while in an hypnotic state, then it will successfully impress the subconscious mind and then the world will begin to change. So how long does it take for the world to begin to change? Now, here's the thing. There's no telling exactly when and how the manifestation will unfold. But from what I've seen, the instant we imagine, the world will begin to shift. Now, does that mean that we will receive the results instantly? Well, not necessarily. And I want to give you an idea or an example exactly from a story that happened in a way that was mind-blowing, that the world conformed to what I wanted or what I've imagined. So this is the story. This is really interesting. So, and actually crazy at the same time, and brought me nights of sleep without sleep. So I was imagining that I would get, have a specific amount of views on my video and on my videos, and that my channel would be optimized in a proper way. Now, I received thousands of messages, emails, comments, all these things, and I tried to respond to as many of them as humanly possible. And so I don't have time all the time to take care of little facets and optimize things. So the imaginal act inside me was basically explaining to someone, and I wrote this down as well, that my channel is perfectly optimized. And an idea dawned upon me to I stumbled upon a YouTube expert or something on YouTube, and he was offering some coaching or something like that. So I was like, okay, whatever, let me take an hour, do this. Let's see what this dude has to say. So I wrote down my questions to myself. I also pushed it over, sent it over to him. And then by the time the session came between him and I, it was like horrible. He didn't read anything that I said. It was basically scripted from him. Like he probably says the same thing to other people to burn time. And that hurt me because I spend so much, when I like coach, I'm fully present and I'm just there to be present, right? So nevertheless, or what that concluded to was it failed miserably. It taught me nothing. The last 1 minute he addressed the problem and then just tried to sell me something else. So I was like mad. Regardless, whatever. I took what he said and I was just like, maybe there's something else that can happen. So anyway, the next day something happened. Someone stole one of my workshops and started selling it. And a bunch of my viewers sent me messages, were like, do something about this. And on a Discord channel, right? So our Discord chat. So I was freaked out. And I contacted a lawyer. I contacted, contacted Discord to see if they can remove it. It was interesting because nothing happened. Like, this happened once before and they instantly removed it, but this time nothing was happening. I was like, what the heck is going on? And long story short, after days passed and I got rejected from these things, I was like, what am I supposed to do? I was like, okay, I'll just reach out then. So I know who the person was. So I reached out, and the interesting thing is I just explained what I knew, and the person complied instantly and just removed it. And it was no big deal. But here's the interesting part, is that person had already analyzed 94 of my videos and was preparing a presentation for me for free to tell me some of the things I can optimize my channel for. I'm not kidding. Like thousands of dollars probably worth of analysis this person spent because they were a viewer. They said they apologized. They shouldn't have been done what they did, which was give away the content that I pay people to help me make and stuff, the workshop. And but nevertheless, this person was the exact manifestation that I had received by putting into motion that my channel was perfectly optimized. And the amazing thing is after the fact, he has given me some epic solid tips that have been, in effect, helping more people see my videos. And so in the end, that crazy story, man, I'm talking about losing sleep. And in the end, that was the person. But why did this happen? Why did it happen that way? The reason it happened, I can see, is because the thousands of videos the thousands of emails and messages that I receive, it's not always plausible that I can always get to all of them in a timely manner. And so I would have had to have something outrageous or extreme happen that would have brought my awareness to that person. And then in the end, I would have received what I would have received. So without this happening, there was probably a good chance that person would have fallen down the inbox and I never would have noticed it until months down the road. But this made it so I got exactly what I want. I got exactly what I wanted. And in the end, there was no harm, no foul. And it was astonishing. Now, these type of events happen all the time. And so it's important not to get lost in the middle with what's going on. Now, even me, I reacted. I was freaking out. I was like, no, what's going to happen? Nothing happened. It was epic. And in the end, it got me exactly what I wanted. And so how did the world conform in this case? And what does this have to do with manifesting? So when I imagine, and when you impress the subconscious mind with a scene, or you write something down, or you affirm something, you impress it on the subconscious mind, it's accepted by awareness, and awareness, which is connected to all of us, we are all inside awareness, refracts out and makes it true, what I've imagined. And so in this case, there had to be some chain of events that unfolded where my awareness was drawn to this end result. Now, the world conformed in a way that made this true, but it happened in a way that would have, in the fastest possible way, in the best possible way, in the fastest possible way. And in turn, what happened was no one was injured in this. No one was harmed. Yes, there was a little stress, but the person who was most likely to do this analysis for me was the same person who would be most likely to give my material away and most likely to attract my attention. And so therefore, he was moved through my imagining to take this action, even though he thought it was his own thoughts, to give this stuff away, to draw my attention, and in the end, help me out amazingly. And so all things are possible. They may not come in a perfect way, but in the end, they will always come in a perfect way, that you will always get what you want. And in essence, if there are times when if you do not specify the clause of the way from which you'll receive this outcome, then it can happen in an obscure way. So one of the ways that I could have used to prevent this was if I had written down, now I don't always do this because it can get obnoxious to do this, but my channel is optimized in a way that is mutually beneficial for everyone. Now that clause itself, what it entails is that it makes a boundary around the manifestation so that when it comes, it will come in a way that is mutually beneficial for everyone. And so then none of the negative aspects of this would have manifested through. But I want to make a point here in that even though this appeared to be a negative thing, it had no lasting effects. It had no negative effects at all. And in the end, it got me exactly what I wanted, which is to get more people to see these videos. And it's been working astonishingly well. So the awareness, the God inside of us arranges things behind the scenes in a profoundly perfect way, a way that I could not have ever comprehended. And if I was the one pulling the strings, this consciousness, this limited awareness, then I would probably screw everything up. But in this perfect, astounding way that was beyond my own capacity, it wound up perfect. And so don't worry about the way that it will happen. Don't get caught up in the details in the middle. If you imagine what you want and you can saturate your awareness or consciousness with the subconscious, with this imaginal scene, then the impression will be made. A seed will be planted. The seed is dropped into awareness and grows into a miraculous chain of events. People are fed thoughts through awareness, and they will take the perfect action in order to, in the end, give you exactly what you want. So if you want to know more about the mechanics of this stuff, check out these videos. Oh, it's probably going to be on this side of the screen. And then definitely subscribe, bell icon, always alert, and register for the email list at sovereignmind.com/register. So thank you. Stay tuned for more. Thank you.